what shows are you guys looking forward to this season? What shows this season do you guys think are going to be trash? I'm going to be sharing my opinions on that today, starting with Garo Vanishing Line. This stood out to me in this season, which is a scary thing because I usually don't watch seasonal stuff, and I've been trying to these last two or so seasons, two or three, and the last two I've usually pick one out of the lottery, and then after that I usually cram episodes in towards the end of the series. I kind of wait and see what everybody's talking about, and then I kind of cram that series, like I'm doing with Made in Abyss right now. Yeah, I'm total kind of bandwagon anime watcher sometimes, but yeah. So yeah, I usually pick one out in the past that has really let me down, and but so this season, hopefully that changes. And I had picked Garo Vanishing Line because the premise sounded really cool. It's about people who have like seemingly lost these like loved ones or important people in their life, and they have a key word, this key or key place, El Dorado, kind of seems to tie them together. And the main character's name is Sword, which is really badass, and he's really badass. And I've only seen episode 1, but man, was that really cool. It's got amazing music. It's got really cool action. It's got a badass motorcycle. If you like action-y type movies and just like really cool fight scenes and cool like transformation sequences and stuff like that, I think you're gonna love checking out Garo Vanishing Line. I don't really know. They haven't shared too much of the plot yet, besides like that little synopsis that I gave. But yeah, this main dude Sword, he's like the man. You know, he gets girls, he beats people up, and I don't think it's gonna be like something that's too deep. But sometimes that's okay. Sometimes you just need a little bit of entertainment, and I think Garo will definitely provide that. Another thing I've definitely been checking out, or will check out, is Ania Chiki. Now, Ania Chiki is from the same author of Gantz, and if you know anything about Gantz, you know that this guy can come up with crazy cool ideas out of nowhere. I read a lot of the Gantz manga, never seen the anime, and for a while Gantz was a cool ride, you know, and I could definitely see some similarity in like kind of like art style and just predictable themes in Inuyashiki that Gantz had. So Inuyashiki is kind of like about this like older dude named Ichiro, I believe. Inuyashiki is his last name, and he's like in his 50s, but he appears way older than he is, and he has trouble kind of keeping up with his family around him. They kind of take him for granted. They don't really like appreciate him, and he looks like he's like 70. And he's also pretty sickly, and he finds out that he has this terminal illness. And he's really feeling bad for himself. He doesn't know how he's going to explain this to his family, and he wonders, will they even care anyway? And, you know, you feel really bad for the dude. And one night when he's out kind of really depressed about this issue, I don't want to spoil it too much, but an event takes place. And him and one other witness were there to see it. And the other witness was this younger dude, who we don't really know anything about yet. This younger dude, and they both see this light flash. I'll leave it at that. They see something outside, and both of them. And Ichiro wakes up the next day, and his body has completely changed. He feels way better, and he is now cybernetic. And man, that just seems like I know that's a lot to handle, and it was kind of a lot to handle. The series feels like it's going to be one of those that like it doesn't. I don't know how well it's going to be paced. I'm a little worried about this one, a lot more worried than I am about Garo, because I think Garo is going to be pedal to the metal all the time, and I feel like Inuyashiki is going to try and be like somber and then hit the gas pedal way too hard. And I think that was a problem with Gantz as well. So I don't know. I'm gonna check out Inuyashiki because animation's cool, the music seems cool, the main character Ichiro seems like a really nice, humble guy. You really feel bad for him, and I feel like that the other person that these events may have happened to in the series, the young dude that we don't know much about, I feel like they're going to make him out to be like the opposite kind of character. So he's probably going to be like a psychopath douche or something and probably murder people for the sake of trying to make a better world or something. And, you know, it'd be cool to see how that plays out, but I'm a little hesitant. This next one, Ancient Mage's Bride. So this I did not watch the original OVAs of this. I've been told that they don't really. It's just some like background stuff. It's not super necessary to the plot. But there are 3 OVAs as well as the first episode of this that are already out. I have only seen episode 1 of the current airing anime. Now, coming into this season, I saw this, and at first I was a little like pushed off because it looks like there's like an adult demon dude, and he has this like young girl who he might be romantically involved with, so it pushed me off a little bit at first. But there's a lot of hype about it, and I kind of it seems a little interesting. The main magician mage dude seems pretty cool looking, and the art style looks pretty cool. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And episode 1, I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It's definitely got this cool like fantasy kind of setting where, but it's kind of unlike. I don't know if it's in like modern world, but this redhead girl is she's up for like some auction. I don't know if she's like an orphan or something, but she's up for like auction, and this mage dude who walks in the room, and he's really tall and big, and he's a real like presence around everybody. You can tell he's probably got some cool ass backstory. He buys her. He pays like this crazy amount of money, and buys her, and he's going to use her as an apprentice / wife, future bride. That's where the bride comes in, and yep, she's a pretty young girl. She looks, I don't know, 11 or 12 or so, and he's definitely an adult, I think, unless it's some kind of magic. I don't know. That kind of weirds me out in this, but the art style's cool. The world that they seem in is pretty captivating. There's like fairies, and there's like enchanted kind of like woodsy areas, and we don't know the extent of all of the magic that the world has. Like I'm interested to see like what does the magus do? What does the mage do, or whatever he is? And if it's in like a more modern world, like how does he, like what does he do to like sustain his power or stuff like that? What conflicts does he have? I really hope that it delves into that more so than like a romance. But I don't know. This series could probably go 50-50. I might end up dropping it. I know a lot of people really like the manga or the novels that this is based off of, whichever it is. But I don't know. I think it could go 50-50. You can watch that one on Crunchyroll, I believe, as well. And this next one, I know people are going to be hating me for this, but me and Black Clover are done. So, I mean, I don't know how many people just exited out of the video right then. But Black Clover, it just seems it's too generic for me. I feel like I'm too old for it. I know a lot of people have already heard about it, so I'm not going to go too deep about what the plot is, but like it's very Naruto, fairy tale-esque. The main character is really annoying. He's got an annoying voice. He's way too loud. Things seem way too predictable. The characters seem like really lame, like archetypes of characters that we've already seen in the past. And I never read the manga. Maybe it gets unique in the future, but I kind of doubt it. And I know it's going to be very, very long. I have a suspicion that it is. I didn't even research. I should have looked up how long the manga is. I bet you it's still going, and I bet you it's really long, and plans on being really long because that's how these things kind of go. And I have way too many things on my plan to watch list to invest time in a series that's going to be ridiculously long that I don't have a huge connection with. And I don't connect with the characters. I don't connect with the setting. I'm not really into like wizards. I know I just said that the Magus was cool, but he's different than these guys. I'm not really into like kid wizards, and like it looks, I don't know, and swords and that kind of stuff. I don't know, but maybe I'm gonna be wrong. People are gonna tell me I'm wrong down below, I'm sure. But me and Black Clover, I'm all done. Watched episode 1, and I think that's all I need to watch. Check it out for yourself, I guess. If it's for you, it's for you. I know certain people that are going to really love the show. I have friends that are really going to love it. But, I have other stuff that I could watch. I have other shows that I'd like to spend my time with. Speaking of which, if you have been watching this channel since, I don't know, for any amount of time, I've definitely talked about this next show a lot. You should know that it's going to be on my list. March Comes In Like a Lion, Season 2 is finally here. It's going to premiere tomorrow as of the making of this video, I believe. and it's going to be on Crunchyroll, and I'm super excited. I love the first season of March Comes In Like a Lion, so much that when I went to Japan, I bought volume 1 of the manga, and I can't read it because I can't read Japanese. But I just wanted it. We don't have that in an English release yet. Somebody's got to get on that. But I love the show. I have a whole video about why this show really means a lot to me personally, and why I feel most people would get a lot of enjoyment out of this. Not everybody. I can't say it's a must-watch show, because I feel like some people probably won't be able to handle the feels that the show has. It definitely has a lot of aspects of characters with depression and social issues, and but yeah, stuff like that. And as much as I like delving into the mind of characters like that, I know other people, they might not feel the same, so it might not be for them. But I highly recommend at least try that first season, and hopefully you really like it, and then you can enjoy the second season, which I'm sure is going to be great. I believe the manga's still going, so I don't know if it's going to wrap up here. But I can't wait for this show. I have not continued on in the manga. I've been waiting for it in anime form. I'm probably going to read the manga for this someday, but if you know nothing about it, it's about this dude named Ray who is really good at shogi. He's a pro player at a very young age. He's like high school age, which is all cool, but people respect him, people fear him because how good he is, but he's not a very stable person. He is not, let's just say that it shows you that being good at something isn't necessarily always the best thing. Because sometimes you don't know how to go with the flow of things when maybe they don't go too well, or being good at something could also cause a lot of stress in your life. And I don't want to spoil too much about the show, but it's not all fine and dandy when you're on top. And if you're into I feel like people that are maybe into sports anime could check this out. I know shogi's not really an actiony sport. If you're watching Haikyuu or something, it's probably gonna be a lot faster paced. But I know nothing about shogi. I was able to follow the show, and I really liked it. So can't wait for March Comes In Like a Lion season 2. Can't wait to see what happens to Ray. The show does tone shifts so well. Sometimes it'll take you to really depressing moments, and then uplift you and just make you feel so warm. I've never had a show that has made me feel so warm and so cold within 20 minutes and within one episode as March Comes In Like a Lion. And I gotta talk about this here. Shame on Aniplex for having the rights to this, because shame on them for it costs so they're releasing the first season on Blu-ray in 2 sets, and in classic Aniplex fashion, it's going to run you about $260 combined to get the first 22 episodes of the show. And that's just so ridiculous. And it's a show, as a collector, that sucks, because I don't think I'm going to be able to own one of my favorite shows. But I'm getting into a rant here that probably could be another video. If you guys get really pissed at Aniplex like I do, let me know down below. Tell me what you guys are going to be watching this season. Anybody out there really into March Comes In Like a Lion like I do? Are you guys into the action of Garo? Are you guys into the characters of Ania Chiki? Am I really dumb for not liking Black Clover? Is it the best anime on the planet? Am I stupid? Should I go kill myself because I don't like Black Clover? Please let me know. I'd love to hear that. But yeah, as always, guys, this is Miasma from Gyre Media, signing out.